that boundary is. And during lockdown, we saw this statistic of 97% of women feel that they've been sexually harassed at some stage in their life. And you know, there was a big argument on Twitter and on social media, oh, it's less than 97%, oh, it's more than 97%. It doesn't matter. 1%, we should be outraged at that. 1% is too much. Any woman who ever experiences anything of that kind, that's outrageous. We shouldn't, you know, it's become way too normalised. Yeah, so I think we use RSE education as our get out of jail free card. We presume it's being taught in schools, and so it's all good. We can put a couple of support links on our, you know, curriculum websites, and that makes it look like we're great. We've got a great curriculum around it. I've not been taught RSE in school, and the closest I've gotten to it is a page about contraception on my GCSE biology. So if you don't do GCSE biology, sorry, you missed out on that. And in LLW, I got a video saying, babies are forever, not just for Christmas, talking about the financial effects of having children too young. I was honestly shocked. I thought everyone got rid of them on the 1st of January, but apparently not. But it goes further than that. It's empowering women from the very start, from this young age, feeling that, you know, we're confident within ourselves and within our bodies. I mean, any period education I've ever gotten is, it's 5 days, not too bad, then you get over it. And so when I was, you know, feeling a bit funny 2 weeks before, when I was feeling completely different symptoms from what I'd ever been taught, I was thinking, is this normal? Am I okay? It's even talking about contraception, the contraceptive pill. What are the side effects to that? You know, what are the risks? How should I properly take it if I do take it? It's having that conversation, and we don't have it. I think for my friends who do get RSE education, it's condensed into a booklet, and it's not conversation. It doesn't meet their needs, and it doesn't understand what they want. And you know, we're failing young people in this area. I think as well, calling out misogyny from a young age. I know myself, I try and avoid kind of mean messages on Twitter. You know, I don't get involved in all of that. However, someone I know recently kind of sent a misogynistic message, and I called out on them because this was like my friend. This is someone I know who I talked to, and they made a misogynistic kind of comment about me, and I called it out, and I was made to feel humiliated about calling it out because, you know, it was calm down, chill out, oh, you're overreacting, or I didn't know it was misogynistic. And I think that's the problem. We don't, you know, young people don't know what misogyny is. They don't know where the line is. They don't know where that boundary is. And during lockdown, we saw this statistic of 97% of women feel that they've been sexually harassed at some stage in their life. And you know, there was a big argument on Twitter and on social media, oh, it's less than 97%, oh, it's more than 97%. It doesn't matter. 1%, we should be outraged at that. 1% is too much. Any woman who ever experiences anything of that kind, that's outrageous. We shouldn't, you know, it's become way too normalised. And so I really feel that, you know, the last time the RSE minimum content in Northern Ireland was updated was 2007. I was born in 2006. Contraception has changed a lot since then. We have changed a lot since then as a society, and yet I'm being taught 2007, if I am being taught it, because most young children don't receive RSE education. You know, we presume that we are, but it's not being taught, and so we can have all these conversations to make us feel better about ourselves, but until we implement a curriculum, I've been taught about euthanasia in school before I was taught about healthy relationships. This is like an absolute problem, and we don't recognise.
For Lauren, what would you say gives you the confidence to start speaking up? Because you're how old? 16. That's absolutely phenomenal. So what advice would you give to young women your age?
So kind of coming from, I've gone into politics in the last year actually. This time last week I had my first ever plenary with Northern Ireland Youth Assembly, and that was when I really got into all this. I was so nervous that day. I had a migraine. I could barely do my speech because I'd never done anything like this before. I was completely shy. I think my whole family over the past year have been like amazed to see this kind of change in myself. And coming from North Antrim, I didn't see those role models. I didn't think it was anything that I could kind of get into, and I still to this day I think it's easy to look at me and think, oh, I'm really confident, oh, this is great. The absolute imposter syndrome that I have, I feel like I have to prove myself constantly, and you know, as a woman, just feeling like I don't belong in these kind of situations. And it's that women don't need to earn a place at the table, they already have a place at the table, and we need men to unlock the room and let us, you know, they need to let us into the room and take part in that conversation. And so, you know, the confidence has kind of come from, I had this inside of me that I wanted to make change and I wanted to make a difference, but I didn't have that. Like, it's very easy to look and think that I'm a confident person. I'm not. It's just that when you can't change your environment, you change your perspective. And so when you're the only young person in the room, you have that pressure on you that you have to represent every young person who can't be in that room. When you're the only female in the room, you have to represent every female who can't be there to speak for themselves. And so it's that kind of pressure that drives you.
Recommend an advice for young activists, as a young activist?
Yeah, I mean, go for every opportunity that you meet. I almost didn't apply for Youth Assembly because I didn't think I'd get in. I very almost didn't apply for Youth Parliament because I didn't think in a million years I'd ever get elected, and then the same with SSUNI. And I wouldn't be here today had I not, and I'm just so grateful that I did go for them. But it's so easy to feel that when one door closes, there's no other options, but keep going and do what you believe in, because if you feel that you're really pushing for what you want and what you believe in, it's easy to kind of go for what's popular in views or what everyone's talking about, but go for what you believe in, because it's often those points of views that no one hears, it's often those topics that no one ever raises that does make the most difference and does make meaningful change. And so really let what you believe in push you and push you past things, and it's not easy, it is really, really difficult. I think it's easy to look on Instagram and think, oh, that's a really cool event they went to, oh, you know, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of hard work, and it can be, I think, burnout. It's really important not to let yourself burn out because it's so easy and you can kind of feel like you want to change everything at once, but if you go slowly, if you find your bearing, and if you just really stand for what you believe in, you can make meaningful change.